What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer who currently is the undisputed super middleweight world champion, widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing, top 3, top 5 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is 57 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Canelo Alvarez is coming off his second loss in his career when he lost to undefeated WBA light heavyweight world champion Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol, in which Canelo Alvarez was outclassed in that fight. This was his second fight at light heavyweight. He won the world title against Sergey Kovalev back in 2019 at light heavyweight. He won the WBO title. Okay, in this fight with Dmitry Bivol, who is now 20 wins, no losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. He's 31 years of age, 6 foot tall with a 72-inch arm reach. Dmitry Bivol, he just outclassed Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez at max won about 3 rounds in the fight. That's about it. So with that said, that fight took place Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 7th, and Canelo Alvarez lost a unanimous decision to Dmitry Bivol. Everybody wondered what's next for Canelo Alvarez moving forward. And now Canelo Alvarez, he has confirmed that he will be facing his former foe in a highly anticipated trilogy. And that's 2-time middleweight world champion, who currently is the unified, once again, middleweight world champion. And that's Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Gennady Triple G Golovkin is 42 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 37 big wins by way of knockout. 40 years of age, 5'10.5" with a 70-inch arm reach, okay? Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, this will be their trilogy. They already fought twice. The first fight ended in a draw. That's the draw on Gennady Golovkin's resume. And the second fight ended with Canelo Alvarez victorious, and that's the loss on Gennady Golovkin's resume, okay? So with that said, majority decision loss to Canelo Alvarez back in September of 2018. Thus the only 2 blemishes on Gennady Golovkin's resume. Once again, he unified the belts against Ryota Murata. That was April of this year. And now he holds the IBF and WBA title at middleweight. But he's going to now move up, and he's going to move up to 168 and challenge Canelo Alvarez for his undisputed titles September 17th, okay? Looks like they're looking to have it in Mexico City. Don't know how that's going to work out, but it looks like Mexico City is the place that they're looking to host this fight. Maybe Vegas is the most lucrative for this fight to happen. But with that said, you know, many people thought that Canelo Alvarez may have attempted to face off against Dmitry Bivol again in an immediate rematch. Dmitry Bivol even stated that he was willing to come down to 168 and challenge Canelo Alvarez for his undisputed titles. But many people, like you got Roy Jones, Andre Ward, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom CEO and promoter, works with DAZN, who promoted Canelo Alvarez for this fight, worked with Canelo Alvarez, dare I say, for this fight. They don't feel like Canelo Alvarez, Bernard Hopkins, there's many people, they don't feel like this is a winnable fight. They don't like the style matchup for Canelo Alvarez, okay? The skill set of Dmitry Bivol is just not lucrative for Canelo Alvarez. It just don't work for him, right? And so with that said, you know, Canelo Alvarez has now confirmed and stated that, you know, he looks like he's going to be fighting Gennady Golovkin in the trilogy in September. Well, this was the plan. This is not a shocker, because this was the plan if he won. If he beat Dmitry Bivol, the plan was to fight Gennady Golovkin in September anyway, okay? DAZN, they gave Gennady Golovkin big money for Triple G Promotions to come to DAZN to be able to secure a future fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. That's the biggest revenue gainer that Canelo Alvarez and pay-per-view success that he's had in his career, excluding the fight that he had with Floyd Mayweather. Okay, so outside of the fight that he had with Floyd Mayweather, that's the biggest revenue fight and the biggest lucrative fight that he's had in his career, the Triple G fights, okay? And so with that said, DAZN is looking to recapture that, okay? They want to, you know, secure and be able to regain their money back, the money that they have spewed out for Canelo Alvarez. He made about $50+ million for this fight with Dmitry Bivol, okay? And they want to, obviously, they're looking to regain their they want to at least break even, okay? So they want to get their money back. And so with that said, you know, it looks like that's the route that Canelo Alvarez is going to go. Now, in my opinion, Triple G, he didn't look that well, you know, in his fight with Murata. Triple G didn't look like the Triple G that fought Canelo Alvarez. He actually didn't look like Triple G that fought Canelo Alvarez in quite some time. The last time Triple G resembled himself possibly was the Canelo Alvarez last fight back in 2018. The Steve Rolls fight he had and back in June of 2019, you know, it was an okay performance, right? Now, he got the a 4th round knockout victory over Steve Rolls, but it wasn't the greatest performance, okay? Then he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko in October, and I thought he lost. He won a unanimous decision, but I clearly thought he lost. And majority of the boxing world thought he lost that fight against Sergey Derevyanchenko. He was getting hit to the body. You know, he was showing, you know, vulnerabilities. He was showing that, you know, he just simply, you know, wasn't himself, okay? He looked like he was going to get stopped at one point against Sergey Derevyanchenko, okay? It looked like he was on the verge of getting stopped in that fight. So he just simply didn't look like himself, okay? And so with that said, you know, then he fought against Sermata, right? That was his mandatory, okay? So he fights against Sermata, and he looks okay. That was his mandatory. Sermata is not a, you know, massive name. He's not a, you know, he did what he was supposed to do in the fight. He beat, you know, Sermata. He got a 7th round stoppage victory over Sermata, you know, but again, it wasn't impressive, okay? It didn't look like the Triple G that we're accustomed to seeing. He just didn't look like himself, okay? And so with that said, then he has this fight with Ryota Murata, and he had he fought that Sermata fight that was back in 2020. So 2-year layoff. He comes back and he fights Ryota Murata, and he beats him. But again, those vulnerabilities, they showed up, okay? Those are the going to the body and looking vulnerable to the body against Ryota Murata. It showed up again, okay? And overall, you know, Canelo Alvarez just didn't look like, you know, he just don't look like himself at all. You understand what I'm saying? He just didn't, Gennady Golovkin, he just didn't resemble himself, okay? He just simply didn't. He shows a lot of vulnerabilities as of late, especially the weakness to the body. Maybe it's age. He's 40 years of age, you know, and he definitely showing vulnerability. So maybe that's the reason why, you know, his body, you know, is not able to withstand the attacks that it once did, okay? Once upon a time, you know, he seemed to be very, very durable, okay? But again, he wasn't fighting the best opposition either, okay? But now, you know, 40 years of age, I mean, to me, when he fought against Kell Brook, all right? When he fought against Kell Brook, you know, I thought Kell Brook exposed a lot in Gennady Golovkin, okay? In that fight with Kell Brook, I thought that he, you know, showed vulnerabilities in that fight, okay? And, you know, but obviously Kell Brook, a smaller guy, dared to be great, jumped up from 147 to 160 to challenge Gennady Golovkin. But I thought Kell Brook had a lot of success. And from that point on, I felt like, you know, he's shown a lot of vulnerabilities, okay? And I believe that this is the perfect fight for Canelo Alvarez to get back on track. Gennady Golovkin is still a big name. This is a trilogy. It's still going to be a big fight. It's still going to be a big revenue, you know, gainer. You know, he's going to get paid big. And I think he's going to stop Gennady Golovkin. I think that Canelo Alvarez, from the first 2 fights, has gotten better with his IQ. Now, physically, he could only do what he could do, right? Physically, he's not, you know, he's 5'8". He's limited, right? He's not the tallest guy. Don't have the longest arms, and he don't have the quickest feet, right? He bends at the waist very well, have very fast hands, put combinations together well, you know. But for the most part, you know, that's about the size of it when you're dealing with Canelo Alvarez, right? He just has those vulnerabilities, okay? He has those weaknesses, but his combination punches, his hand speed and his power, he definitely has power, and a high ring IQ, right? And his chin is durable. Now, in this fight with Dmitry Bivol, he showed those fatigue issues show back up. But I think that Canelo Alvarez will consistently and successfully go to Triple G body, okay? He won't fade out like Murata did. Murata, in the second half of the fight, he started to fade badly, and he got stopped in the 9th round, okay? But in the first 5 rounds, he was having tons of success. And Triple G looked bad, okay? He looked slow, okay? He didn't look durable. He looked fatigued from the 2nd round on. And I think that Canelo Alvarez is a better body puncher than Ryota Murata. He has faster hands, better combinations, higher ring IQ, better defense, slicker. And I think he's going to stop Triple G. And this will put him back on track for, you know, him to be considered the face of the sport of boxing, you know, the best fighter in the world, you know, things of that nature. He's going to look great, in my opinion, against Triple G. I think Triple G, and I think this is going to stop him early. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to possibly stop Triple G by the 7th round in this fight. So September 17th, Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez, trilogy looks to be set to be coming to fruition. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.